It's another sunny week, it's another busy week, but mostly it is all about getting that big script project done. So many scripts, a team of writers, I have to send out the scripts to them, write some of them myself, edit them, send them off to the client by Friday of each week. So yeah, that's really, in amongst doing other bits and pieces which come up, that's mainly what it is. Probably just sitting in the sunshine or hiding from the heat and writing. Just had a phone call from somebody who wants some videos doing in August. Script writing July, not a problem. Animation in August. It will mean doing some stuff while I'm on holiday. Like, not too much stuff, because obviously most of it will be done by the animators, but I still need to mix them, approve them, send them off to clients and stuff. I've been trying to keep August utterly clean. I don't know, do I just say no outright? Today, look at that, cloudy. Been making a list of what on earth the kids are going to be doing during the summer holidays. 6 weeks to fill. I don't want to put them in camps all the time, which is what I used to do, as I've mentioned before, with my son a couple of years ago. I used to think, okay, well, I have to be working, and he used to go to camps. Now I've realised that actually the time that we have together is limited and precious, and it's okay for me to take time off and hang out with them. About 8 days away from the kids breaking up for the summer holidays, and I've been thinking, what am I going to do with the podcast, what am I going to do with the vlog? Last summer I set out into the summer months fully intending to keep going with both, and in the end just vanished. Like, I stopped putting out the podcast, and also I just stopped doing the vlog, and then came back with a sort of summary episode at the end of the summer in September. So maybe I should be more intentional about it. Maybe I should plan now to perhaps take August off the podcast, because actually we've been relentless with it this year. We have been putting them out, and I say we because I hired an editor at some point in the past 6 months to work with me. Anyway, we've been putting out episodes every week for all of 2018. I think we just took Easter Sunday off. Whilst consistency is important, I think taking a break could be good for me. And then there's the vlog. So maybe I should just do it fortnightly instead. So stop doing the podcast each week, do the vlog fortnightly, but maybe do some extra video content which is more like how-to type based. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So the 50 scripts, 49 scripts, however many it is, that we're writing for a client in Canada, we have 3 weeks in which to do it, and today is the last day. So yesterday and today I've been editing my team's scripts, making sure they're all good to go, and then I have one that I need to write myself as well. But I mean, it's not made for riveting content for this video because it's mostly just sitting and typing for 3 weeks. But we've managed to do it, which is cool. Well, there we go. A few weeks ago we had none written, and now all of those are written. I can't tell you how good it felt to invoice for all of those scripts. One thing I think it's worth pointing out though, if you're considering like hiring other people to work for you, like I could never have done this script writing project without like about 6 other writers, I think it was, helping me at the same time. But if you're going to do something like that, you really have to get your pricing right. So it's really tempting, because we're also nice, to think that if a client is paying, I don't know, let's say £150 for a script, that you give that £150 to the writer. When in reality, of course, you have lots of work to do. So I have to manage the process of sending out the things. I have to manage the client relationship. I have to manage the prep docs. I have to manage the editing of the scripts and sending them off to the client. And if any tweaks need to be made, I'll probably be making them. There is actually tasks to be done. It's not as simple as just saying, oh, somebody else will do it. And then I think you have to go one step further and think, what if I couldn't do that managing and editing task? What if I had to hire somebody else to do that? How would my business still make a profit on top of that? So you need to have the scriptwriter's fee. In my instance, I'm using scriptwriters, but it could be whatever for you. Then you're managing that whole project sort of fee. And then your profit is a business fee, so that if your business scaled so much, or you were ill or whatever, your business would still be making money, even if all of that wasn't physically going to you for your time. Oh, and there's another key thing as well. Of course, you are taking on a risk. By taking on such a big project and hiring other people, you take a risk. It might not even feel risky, but it is. And part of that risk is cash flow, because, for example, in my case with this project, I pay my scriptwriters immediately, or almost immediately. Whereas actually, my client won't pay me for 45 days. So all this work we're doing right at the beginning of July, I won't get paid for until September. But cash flow wise, I'm taking a risk. And so would you be if you were doing something like this. So all of that is worth bearing in mind. Do you know what sucks though about working for yourself is that when you finish a massive project and you're kind of like grinning and kind of buzzing, but there's no one to celebrate it with, like physically celebrate it with. Anyway, I've got 15 minutes before I have to pick up the kids, so I'm going to go and treat myself. So it's the weekend, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but my wife has been away for most of this week. First of all, she was away for work, and now she is on holiday with her friends. It doesn't really make much of a difference during the week, which isn't to be rude. It's just the fact that I look after the kids, right? I'm there in the morning and the afternoon. So like during the week, it doesn't make much difference. The difference comes at the weekend. But anyway, we're going to see some friends. We're going to hang out. If I get to do some work, I get to do some work. If I don't, whatever. I am exhausted from the weekend, but it's been really good, fun in itself. I think I'm just going to go to bed shortly after the kids do and start afresh tomorrow, because now we just have one more week until the summer holidays kick in.